All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. So this is going to be 3 testimonies. The first one's going to be from Rex Heflin in his 1965 event where he photographed 3 or 4 UFOs. The next one's going to be from Bob Lazar. It's kind of a rare interview where he talks about the sport model UFO UAP that he worked on and his experience with that. And then the last one's going to be a couple that took some photos of a shape-shifting UFO. You'll see the different shapes that this UFO took as it flew over their ranch. All right, this first one's going to be coming straight from Rex and his photos that he took of this UFO. He took 3 photos. He's going to talk about it.
Aimed a quick picture, and these type come out and are developed out of the camera. Another sequence followed as the object moved across and out the other side, the right-hand side, and it was removed. All of these photos develop outside the camera. Well, this photo is the #1 photo taken through the windshield of the cab, followed by a #2 photo out of the right-hand window, and then, of course, a #3 photo. I think they're remarkable photographs, not because I took them, but because what they portray and show. And as far as the rest of it, I could care less as to who believes what, because I know what I saw.
All right, this next one's going to be from Bob Lazar. Now, he's going to talk briefly on this sport model UFO, UAP, I have to say that now, and what he experienced at Area 51, kind of when he first saw it and some of his thoughts and stuff of it, and seeing and talking about some of the flight characteristics of it too. I'll get into that to another video where he talks about how these craft fly in different modes and stuff, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to let this play.
I got to look inside and it had really small chairs, and I think that was the first confirmation I had. That was just a shocking thing, because every time before that I was able to label it, well, this is just a little advance that a group of scientists had formed, and they're keeping it secret. And yeah, we could have built a big disc like that, that's no problem, and we could have adapted these to make it fly, but why does it have little furniture inside, essentially little seats? And things began to click together just all too fast. The bottom of it glowed blue and began to hiss like high voltage does on a round sphere. It's my impression that the reason that they're round and have no sharp edges is to contain the high voltage. Like if you've seen on high voltage systems, the insulators, things are round or else you get a corona discharge. In either case, it began to hiss as in high voltage, and it lifted off the ground quietly, except with that little hiss in the background, and then that stopped as soon as it reached about 20-30 feet. Well, there's no action-reaction system to it. There's no, like in a jet engine, exhaust gas being thrown out, no propeller, no noise. It's just, for all intents and purposes, magic.
Now, this last one's going to be an interview that Wendell Stevenson did with the guy that interviewed the people that took these photos of a UFO that took different shapes. And you'll hear in this interview why the couple wanted to remain anonymous. And I don't blame them if they saw something like that. And apparently there's more information out there on these photos they took.
Here's like this one's flying directly over the house.
Mm-hmm. Right over the house.
Right over the house. Here it is with the top of the capsule raised. He said that capsule went up and down on top.
Changed elevation. Sometimes it was higher, and sometimes.
Well, you see in this one, there's no top to the thing. This is going over the house also. This is the same photograph, but it was further over the house. See, that's going over the house. And he took another picture as it got over the house.
That's interesting.
And then as it went out in the field, it elevated this little thing on top, a bubble on top.
That accounts for some of the changing shapes that we get reported. I see.
And here's one again in the open field, just over a cornfield, way out over the trees. He said the motion pictures are extremely good that he took. He said they were real good.
Imagine that. Right.
But because he got it going over the house and in the woods and out in the field and all that kind of stuff. They said it was tremendous pictures.
Is there any way we could get? Could you give us his telephone number again and let us call and introduce
I won't
ourselves?
unless I call him. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you.
We'll pay for the call if you call him and ask him if he will talk to us. We'll give him a control name. We won't reveal his identity or location. We can promise to all of those things and give proof of it.
These are just photographs that you can take pictures of.
Yeah.
And like this is one is going into the trees and going a little further and so on and so forth. And because of his wife, I don't feel like he'll ever do anything as long as he's living. Because she is still terrified.
Yeah.
Totally. And there's a very nice people. and they're very rich people. Okay, so it wasn't a case where they couldn't protect themselves with money or anything. They could, but it doesn't seem to bother. They're still scared. He said, and eventually, these people are going to contact you. He says, if you start this thing up, they're going to contact you. He says, and I know what I'm talking about. I've talked to other people who've been through this thing. He says, that's the reason we're totally silent. He says, so if you want all the publicity and all the headaches you can ever get, you start revealing this. And now I don't know whether I should have listened or not.
All right, guys, pretty amazing stuff. The old stuff always amazes me, and I know you guys like it just as well as I do. So if you want to see more like that, let me know in the comments, and I'll definitely dig into the archive and pull that up. And stay tuned for later this week. I do have a video that I'm working on about the face on Mars and kind of what they had then and what they were displaying now. So you guys stay tuned for that, and I appreciate you watching.